welcome to week 4, day 2. How exciting! We're towards the end of our adventure. I'm sure hoping everything is great at your house. We just want to make sure that these videos are helping you, and we're here for you anytime you need us. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our agenda, right? So we're going to go ahead and start with reading language arts, and the activities we're going to be working on are on page 46, and this one is called Find Specific Sounds. So in this activity, you are supposed to listen to a conversation, listen to a program on TV or maybe a radio program, and listen for a certain sound that your mom or dad gives you, right? And then just try and remember what are those words. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to read parts of this book. I'm not going to read it all, and I'm going to tell you what sound to listen for. Okay, so the first sound I want you to focus on is the sound S. Okay, what is that sound that we are listening to? It's the letter S, right? And we're listening for this sound in the initial position. Okay, so remember, initial means the first. So we're going to listen to this story and listen for any words that begin with the sound S. Okay, kids are running in every direction. Does Pete worry? No. He slides and swings and sings his song. What were some words that began with the sound S? Okay, you should have chosen slides, swings, sings, and songs, right? Those were 4 words that began with the sound S, right? So now I want you to go ahead and listen to another part of this book, right? And we are looking for the sound L. What letter makes the sound L? The letter L. Very good. And again, we're listening for the sound in the initial position, which is the first sound you hear. It can be loud and busy in the lunchroom. Does Pete worry? Goodness, no. He sits down with his friends and sings his song. Okay, what were some words with the initial sound L? The word loud and lunchroom were the words that began with a L. Very good. Now we're going to move on to the next activity, which is on page 50, right? And this one is called Match Picture with Words. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you a picture, and then you're going to look in the book and tell us which one of these words is the one I'm referring to. Okay, so in this picture, I want you to look at this yellow part right here. In your classroom, we have at least maybe 4 of them. It is called a wall. This part of the room is a wall. Now, where in this book do you see the word wall? So what I would do is I would go from the very beginning and go through and say, oh, that one begins like it, but when I look at the rest of the word, that doesn't say wall. So continue in order the way you would be reading it and then find it. So you should have chosen this one right here. That word says wall. Okay, so let's try another one. So we look at this page right here, right? And this is what we call a book, right? More than one is books. All of these are books. Now, Where in this page do you see the word book? So again, I would start at the very beginning as if I was to read and look for book. You should have chosen this word. This word is the word book. So we can continue, and parents, you can continue looking through it and maybe showing your students or your child, right? So these right here, they're eating in tables. Which one of these words says tables? And you should have chosen this one right here. So we can do this through the whole book or just to certain pages, just so that your child could get practice, okay? So that was matching pictures with words. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on. And today's book is still the same one from yesterday. It is called After Sunset. So I hope everyone was able to go outside and take a picture of you enjoying the sunset, okay? And you sent those pictures to your teachers, okay? So today we're going to maybe ask you for this story. We want you to stay a little bit after, okay? So maybe after it sets, it's gonna be a while, so you can go inside, maybe finish eating, grab a snack, whatever it is that you do at that time, and then come back outside. And we want you to observe, right? Observe means to look around. We want you to look around and see, what do I see after the sun sets? What are some things that I can actually see? Okay, so for example, you might see the street lights, right? They light up. So that's one thing you see after the sun sets. They're lit, they're on because it's dark now, right? What are some other things that you're going to see or you think you're going to see after it sets? Stars, right? Well, guess what? In the story, as you read it tonight, because we want you to finish reading it, and then of course tell us what did you see. But as you're reading it, you're going to notice that the stars were always there. They never went anywhere. Okay, what happened was that the sun was so bright that you couldn't see them, but they're there. Okay, so we want you to finish the story and go ahead and on your composition book, your black composition book, we want you to go ahead and tell us, write a list of things that you saw after the sun sets. Okay, so next we're going to work on our math. We are already in lesson 17, and that one you find in page 222. So if you can take out those two pages, 222 and 223, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so here it's kind of like what we've done before. We're going to match the number sentence that goes with the correct picture. So we're going to take our time and go ahead and go through each one, make sure that I find the correct one. Okay? So here we go. So 12 take away 8 equals 4. So we're looking for a total of 12. So let's count. We know this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, is this 18 match my total of 12? No, so I know this is not my answer. But what you can do, boys and girls, since we're already here, we can look for which one of these has an 18 total. And we see that this is the only one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check it. I'm going to see, did they subtract 8 and was the answer 10? So here's 18 and they subtract 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And was the answer 10? Yes. So now I know that this one goes with this one, just so that we can save some time, okay? So what we can actually do is just look at the picture first, right? So here we know this is a group of 10, and then it's 11, 12, 13, 14. So which one has a total of 14? This one, right? Now let's check. Did they subtract 8 and was the answer 6? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Was the answer 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and match it here. And then we go to this one. We know this is 10, 11, 12. Which one begins with 12? This one. And now we're going to check. Did they subtract 8? And was the answer 4? So it's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And was the answer 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So this one matches this one. And then this one we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Which one has a 16? This one, does it subtract 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, and is the answer 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So we match it right there. And then we have the last one, but we're going to go ahead and see if they did it correctly. So this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes. Did they subtract 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. And did it equal 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. So we're going to draw a line from here to here. And that is that. Okay? Good job. So here we go. And we're going to move on, or for homework, you can finish up numbers 2 from 2 to 11 on the following page. Okay, so page 220, sorry, yes, page 222 from 2 to 11 on the next page. Good job, boys and girls. Good job, parents. Thank you so much for helping us be able to help your children during these times. So we've done math. We're going to go ahead and move on to science. So for science today, we are going to focus on hibernation. What is hibernation? Now I know sometimes as adults we want to say, hey, I want to go into hibernation sometimes, right? So if you do not know what hibernation is when you go into a deep, deep sleep. Okay, but there's a reason why animals do this. People don't go into hibernation. Sometimes we wish, but no. Hibernation is used because they want to survive those cold, cold winters. Okay, so when it becomes winter, we have different ways of surviving, right? We have a heater, we we are able to go to the grocery store and buy our food, right? Because in order for us to be able to survive, we need the energy from food. And for us, it's a little bit easier just to go to the store and get food. But for animals, it isn't that easy, right? So some animals during the spring, they start to stock up, right? But others know that they have to actually go to sleep. And why is that? Why is sleep the second answer, or why is that the best answer? When we sleep, boys and girls, we do not use as much energy. We save a lot of energy, right? And in order for us to move, in order for us to hop and dance and run, we need energy. So we need food. But in the winter, a lot of things die, right? A lot of our plants die and other animals start to hide and so on. So it's not easy for animals. They can't just go to a store and pick up whatever they need in order to eat, right? So they go into hibernation. And some examples of these animals are bears. Even though bears are well known, okay, there's other things that go on. Normally, it's the smaller animals like the ground squirrel, the lemur, right? And we also have hedgehogs go into hibernation. They do not need to eat or drink because their metabolism slows down and their bodies can live off of the stored fat. So before the winter even starts, what they start to do is they start to eat because they're going to live off of that fat that they create. And while they're sleeping, they lose almost half of their body weight. Okay, so they need it to eat a lot in order to hibernate. Okay, so this is the way that they are able to accommodate to their environment, right? So the changing seasons and the environment is what they are going to have to eat up for, okay, so they can be able to survive. Now, Again, when we hibernate, they use less food, less water during the winter, and they are able to survive. So, what we want you all to do today is maybe look up other animals that hibernate, or perhaps you already know some other animals that hibernate, and draw one of those animals, right? Draw one of those animals. So, I gave you some examples. I told you the bear, the lemur, the hedgehog, the ground squirrel. Those are just a little bit of the examples, but there's other animals out there as well that hibernate. So have some fun, do some research, just look up some other animals, or use one of these animals and draw them up, okay, in your composition book, which is this one right here. If you can choose a page and just draw an animal that hibernates, it would be awesome. Okay, so thank you so much for stopping by and looking at our videos or watching our videos and just getting to know a little bit of each other a little bit more every day. Okay, see you guys. Take care. Bye bye.